What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today we're going to be talking about the questions and answers I got about the Atari VCS. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. So a while back I did a video about the Atari VCS and I will link that in the card above so you guys can see what I think and what I thought about it before I actually got to this video here, and see that I was kind of afraid of where it was going, but hopefully it would go somewhere well. However, today I got an email back from their publicist or their PR group, and honestly it's not looking good. I sent them an email about a month or two ago about the time that I did that last Atari VCS video, and sadly they never responded until today. And wow, did they respond something that really helped or hurt them? That's for you guys to decide, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what I asked them a month ago and the response that they gave me. So I'm gonna be using my phone for this segment just so I can make sure I read it off correctly and do not miss any words. I will put it on the screen up above here as well, but what I said was, I am questioning the VCS as well as other people in the YouTube gaming community. What does the Atari VCS gain compared to a Linux-based computer that I can hook up to my TV? Also, as an owner of an Atari 2600, what can I gain from owning an Atari VCS? I am interested in seeing what this project is giving to its users. I have some more questions that I would like to ask once I get a response. And then I told them what my YouTube channel was and that I'm wanting more knowledge on this product, and I also said thank you for your time. Now, I got an email that said, "Thank you for being a fan," from the Atari VCS team. Also, it said, "Hello Eric, please consult the initial Atari VCS frequently asked questions document from GDC 2018 that Atari issued. Answers to questions can be found there as well as the Indiegogo page. Thank you." And then there's two links, one to the strategist link and then one to the Indiegogo as well. We're going to start off at the GDC stuff and talk about that and see what all that's gonna mean. Now, it basically was very interesting because it states the Atari VCS GDC 2018 main talking points, which was the Atari VCS is the official name of it, of the new hardware. It is completely new connected device designed for modern audiences that will also please long-standing fans. The name and hardware design is inspired by the original VCS that was released in '77. The VCS logo is inspired by the legendary graphic designs of from Atari's in-house industrial design and graphics department in the 1970s and 80s. Development of the hardware, software, and perpetuals is ongoing. Atari is working with game developers and other partners to finalize initial VCS content offerings. Atari expects to announce an exclusive public pre-order date for the VCS before the end of April 2018. Additional details about the VCS will be released in the coming months, including content partnerships, hardware specifications, accessories, and release dates. And it's July already. They haven't done any of that. That really bugs me. This was just a copy-paste. That's from GDC. Go read it. So, I was pretty let down by that, honestly. When I got the email, I was like, oh cool, maybe they'll actually say something. But no, they just kind of let me down. Then they have a GDC FAQs. It says what exactly is it? Why is it rebranded from the Atari box to the VCS? Next, they go to the GDC 2018 frequently asked questions, which is very interesting. It says, what is the VCS? It's a video computer system and platform that lets users enjoy games and best PC experience on their TV, with more exciting online entertainment-driven features / benefits to be announced at a later date. So what they're saying is, this is going to get you the best PC experience on their TV. I'm sorry, but the price and the specs that are rumored and whatnot and have been announced aren't going to be the best experience on a TV. Your best experience on a TV is to get a computer and plug it to your TV, because this thing doesn't look like it's going to be powered enough. Why are they rebranding it from the VCS? Why are they rebranding it from the Atari box to the VCS? And it goes to talk about how it was the code name and how the VCS is what they actually intended it to be called. And then it asks what components are included with the VCS, and they say bundle configurations are still being finalized, but the base Atari VCS will include one classic joystick / remote. Enhanced bundles are likely to include our modern controller and possibly other items still in development. What are those other items? Hopefully they put some paddles, because if they don't have paddles on this thing, it's kinda gonna make some of the games worthless. So hopefully they'll make some paddles for the VCS and some other cool peripherals. Another question asked is, what makes the VCS different from the NES or the SNES classic retro consoles, or even the Ouya? And why do we need another micro console? Now they say the VCS is a completely new Atari device designed for today's living room that will include PC and online entertainment-driven features that will distinguish it from these other products. I want to halt it there. So it's a PC and an online entertainment driven. So you could have just gotten a computer. I'm missing the fact of why this needs to be a console at this point, and it's just starting to irritate me. The VCS will of course serve up lots of classic content, but it will do and play much more and can complement other retro boxes or micro consoles that consumers may already have in their homes. So you're saying this is going to be a far better experience, but then also at the same time say it's going to complement them. I don't understand where this is coming from. I'm so blown away by Atari, the shell of a company. What they're publishing is just so crazy and does not make sense. Another question, why release a new console after a 20-year pause in a market dominated by Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo? They respond, the original 2600 VCS, 2600, reinvented the home entertainment experience more than 40 years ago by transforming our relationship with our TVs. We saw an opportunity to do that again with a new Atari VCS that brings PC versatility into the living room. Oh, okay, they want to compete, but they don't want to compete. They say that they're talking about Atari 40 years ago innovated something that brought people together with their TVs, and video games were great back then. We have games now that do that. So I'm interested to see what they're going to bring to the table that is different. You have PC gamers already. What are they going to bring to the table that a PC cannot do? That's what I'm very much interested in. Can you share the specs with us? Will it support 4K? What is the Atari VCS comparable in terms of performance? Then they respond with, final hardware specs for the VCS are still being finalized and will be announced later will be announced at a later date. Everything is subject to change, but we can confirm things now. Performance will be comparable to a higher-end PC laptop. This is where I have a problem with this. This price is $300. Most higher-end PCs, their graphics cards are worth more than that. So how are they competing? That's what I don't understand. But they go on to say that it is going to be 4K, it is going to be HDR. They don't specify which HDR, but they do specify HDR, 60 frames per second, with an AMD x86 processor. Onboard and expandable storage, 2.4 to 5 Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, USB 3.0. So your basic stuff which the PlayStation 4 has and the Xbox One has if you have the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One S. Now, the other stuff all consoles have except the 4K and the HDR stuff. That's okay though. Next, they have what does it mean exactly that the Atari VCS is PC technology? What is the operating system? The VCS is literally a PC for your TV, where the screen is your main interface. The VCS has x86 PC architecture and a proprietary Linux OS that will allow for flexible content mix and give customers access to interact with the whole internet. This means more games, media, and streaming content, as well as communication with other PCs and the ability to fully customize the experience. Can't you do that with a Raspberry Pi? Load RetroPie on it. You've got this exact thing. 60 bucks, 300 bucks. Now the specs on the output, that's a different thing. I understand that. But essentially, that just said a Raspberry Pi in my eyes, which is a big bummer because it seems like they're not really putting too much thought into this. But whatever, I'm gonna keep going. Why should I anticipate the VCS, and when will its initial units be shipped? Atari is working with content creators and other partners to finalize details and aspects to announce an exclusive public pre-order. Exclusive public. How is it exclusive if you're letting it go to the public? Oh, whatever, we're just gonna keep going here. Pre-order date for the Atari VCS before the end of April 2018. Shipping dates are to be determined, and the VCS will not ship until the product is ready. Well, hopefully you're not shipping before the product's ready. That just seems dumb. Is the VCS currently playable? If not, when will we see its first playable debut? Atari is showing the first VCS prototypes at GDC. These are non-playable models. There are playable working boards undergoing testing and development in our engineer labs. More information about the VCS, including playable content demonstrations, will be released in the coming months. And yet here it is, April, May, June, halfway through July, and we haven't seen anything. Kinda starting to scare me here, but whatever. I keep reading through this list, and it just is really making me irritated, and I will show it over here, the rest of the list, because sadly the VCS here is something that if you played the 2600 and you loved it, you want to see this come back and be awesome, like the NES Classic or the SNES Classic, or maybe one of those Sega AT games where you can still get it for cheap and be able to play it. However, this is debuting at like $200 and $300, which is absolutely insane to me. Honestly, I'm pretty let down by Atari because we haven't seen anything great here, and I did get a response from them, but it was a copy-paste response. I was hoping I would get at least something more because I want to know about this system so I can not only let you guys see it, but also for myself. I want to see what this thing is going to be, and hopefully we can set this on my entertainment system next to my NES Classic, my SNES Classic, my Switch dock, my PS4, Hopefully we can see this on my entertainment system next to the PS4, the Xbox One, the Switch, the NES Classic, my SNES Classic, and my Wii U. Yes, I have 6 consoles on my entertainment system, and I think having a VCS would be really rad if it was a kind of NES Classic, SNES Classic. However, that's not what we're getting, and I'm very let down about it. Please let me know what you guys think. I've seen people saying they're in love with it, they're funding it, and then I've seen other people say this is a scam, 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 scam. What do you guys think this is about? Please let me know. Comment below and let me know, and say what you want to see out of this or what you expect out of this. Don't forget about that Facebook, that Twitter, that Instagram, that Big Cartel, and that Patreon. All those links are in the description below. That Patreon is not me begging for money. It is just me saying, hey, there's a donation/tip jar out here. If you want to see it, go donate to that. You'll see, if you donate more than $1, you'll see a new video early. If you do more than $5, you'll get on the Discord chat that's set up. And if you get more than $10, you'll get a shirt and all the other stuff as well. So check that out if you're interested. If not, whatever, just keep watching the videos. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. With that being said, have a good day.